Hello to everybody, to my channel after I think it's almost been like 8-9 months since I posted last. And I just want to say that is because I feel like if I were to post on a daily basis, if it were weekly or bi-weekly, I feel like I would be doing too much for the camera and not for me. I journal instead of record, so I don't do video diaries. These are really my experiences and what I've learned throughout my journey I like to share on video. Anyways, today's topic is self-concept and how we can optimize our self-concept and how we can change our life through the way we think about ourselves. So not just our thoughts about things, our thoughts about ourselves affect our reality, our life, our experience. So what you believe about yourself is a manifestation of your reality. I am grateful for prosperity and my reality. So gratitude is a beautiful way of changing your reality through your thought. Being grateful through all hardships of life, the trials, the errors, the good days as well. That doesn't mean pretending to be positive in moments that are traumatizing or very painful. That means letting yourself sense the pain, but also being grateful for the pain and letting yourself merge into that pain for that moment if you really need to feel it. It's about not pushing things aside because it's not the right time or place. It's about being able to emotionally handle your pain and your emotions and not thinking of them as something to be ashamed of, which is what many of us have deeply rooted inside of ourselves since childhood and trauma. It is time to work through those things, and I'm not gonna say this as a thing to rush anybody towards their healing journey, but just as a motivation, a moment between us, is that what we think of ourselves affects the way we are treated by others, affects the way that we walk about life, affects the way we view our goals and how we achieve them. And I'm not a professional or a life coach or anything like that. I'm just here sharing my experiences and how I have been dealing with them. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video because I'm gonna go into depth about different techniques and tricks and ways you can optimize your self-concept, how you view yourself, and how you can work through those. Another thing, these are not things that are achieved in one day or even 2 days. It's something we have to create into a habit and not get bored of doing, not feel like it's supposed to work like an instant thing. It's the kind of dopamine you build, you know. Some of the habits we have that we've built and kind of got our brain into doing is scrolling through social media, you know, drinking water, brushing our teeth, some positive, some negative. It can be a mixture of both. Just like those habits were built, we're able to make more habits as well. So always being aware there's room for improvement is beautiful, but also just because there's room for improvement doesn't mean you're not already where you're supposed to be, and that you have to believe that you are successful, that you are worthy of love, of nourishment, of care, or else you're never going to be able to give those things to other people or receive those things from other people if you don't have that within yourself. Remember, love comes from within, so is confidence, and faking it till you make it. I know that's like a concept that's very popular and has been for a while. It eventually wears off. It's a mask and it comes off. You don't need to be smiling all the time and just, you have to really be true to yourself, and that's where self-concept comes in. One of my favorite techniques are affirmations, and I like to do them on cards. I like to write it down in my diary. I like to read them throughout the day, listen to them throughout the day when I'm going on like a longer drive. Best time to listen to them the optimal, the best time to listen to them is right when you're waking up, when you have that fogginess in your brain. Inside, so that's okay. As I was talking about, the best times are when you're waking up and when you're sleeping, because that's when your subconscious mind is wide awake and ready to absorb things. So the way you're thinking about yourself when you're about to go to bed and the way you think about yourself when you wake up really matters. So those are the best times to do affirmations, including the rest of the day. You want to kind of affirm yourself in the mirror, you know, in the car, talking to other people. You want to say good things about yourself. You want to think good things about yourself, and that's going to program your mind to also repeat it. My favorite way is writing it and mirror. When I first started doing the mirror ones, it was kind of awkward because I'd go in the bathroom and look at myself in the mirror and not want to talk to myself because I'm like, oh, this is really awkward. And, you know, but it's an amazing way to do it because you're using your senses, which is what they're there for, is to be used for your optimization of your health and nourishment. So control what you hear, control what you say, eat what you smell, what you see, what you feel. And it's not as easy to do as it said, but there are steps to be taken, and one of the steps is affirmations, and other steps is, you know, listening to affirmations and seeing yourself say those affirmations. There's a mirror right there, so I look. Smelling good aromas, you know, cook things that make you happy, take you back to a good memory, eat things that nourish your body and your mind and your gut, and it's all these things combined that make sure you have a beautiful self-concept which manifests into a beautiful life. And it's not about the physical beauty. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind of beauty that you can feel. The kind of people, you know, when you go around certain types of people and you can just feel their beauty so much. You can feel the love they have for themselves and how much they would like to share it to you. And then there's some people you'll go around, you can feel the hatred they have for themselves and how much they want to project that onto you. And I've been on both sides of the boat. I have had my moments where I really did not feel good about myself, or I used to wear makeup for the wrong reasons, cover my face with makeup because I thought my flaws were there to really not. I was just very much so not confident about myself, and navigating your thoughts towards an abundant mindset instead of sitting there telling yourself you're financially unable to do this and you're unable to do that, just always restricting yourself and putting walls in front of your goals. Speak to yourself in a way where you would speak to your little sister, your child, or somebody you really want to see do better. Speak to yourself in that way. Marinate your mind, saturate and immerse and reprogram yourself through constant reminders throughout the day, not just the morning and night. Those are just the best times to do it, but you want to immerse yourself into this loving empowerment area. Another way to do it is like finding different acupressure points, where I'm not a professional, but you can definitely do research on. Is when you wake up, if you feel that surge of anxiety of, oh, what am I going to do throughout this day? I have this to do, I have that to do. Find points in your body where you can relax yourself and tap yourself. Feel your emotions, sense yourself, use your senses on yourself, and then do affirmations, then do yoga, meditate. Start your day in a aspect that sets you up for success for the rest of your day. So another way is scripting down your beliefs and reality and writing down why you formed certain insecurities, where these insecurities come from. Try to map back into where you went and where you started feeling these beliefs about yourself that are bringing you down, so you can work through them by knowing that it isn't true and it isn't beliefs that you truly feel about yourself that was programmed into your mind, and you can always program that out of your mind. So, you know, childhood trauma, all this deep-rooted trauma, generational trauma, if there's nothing wrong with going to see a professional for help, therapist, counseling, whatever it is. If you can't afford that, there's nothing wrong with self-help books and researching the way I am doing right now. I would like to just say that I'm so grateful that you are here today and you are doing things for yourself daily and expressing love to yourself. And just even watching this video was a way you express love to yourself, because it wasn't only for entertainment. You're watching this video because you believe in yourself. You believe there's something you can do to become a better you, and just I don't want to say a better you, but just becoming that essence in you, that love in you that already exists. So love you guys. See you in my next video.